Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 2 of my playthrough of Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition, which is of course governed by an app. So now we're going to find something out. I heard there was a bug in the app where it didn't save games, and I saved the last game in hopes that we could continue. So let's go back to the application and see if that bugaboo has been fixed. And if it has, we're going to continue on with our journey. Okay, let's see, we're going to hit continue. Come on, baby. Resume our game. Yes, I want to resume our game. Well, it looks like it's loading. If absolutely necessary for the peace and safety of mankind, that some of Earth's dark, dead corners and unplumbed depths be left alone. H.P. Lovecraft at the Mountain of Madness. Let's go back to our scenario. Yay! So that means that we have uncovered all of this stuff, and we're going through our deal, and we're back to our investigation phase. I think we'll start this phase with Ashcan Pete because he's got a fight on his hands right now. So let's go right to it with his first action going to be an attack action against the horror, whatever, hunting horror. I just brought over the items that mean something to him. Now we're going to go back to the app when he attacks, but here he is. He's taking an action with the hunting horror, and he does have these brass knuckles, which says roll 2 additional dice when attacking unarmed. That's helpful. So we're going to have to do an unarmed attack because we actually don't have a weapon. Jenny Barnes is probably going to pick up a weapon, which would be a knife, but let's go back to the app and attack the beastie. Okay, so when you're attacking a monster, there's these icons down here. We're going to pick the monster drawer. You see we have one monster currently in there. It's the hunting horror. He's got no damage on him. And we're going to hit the... Now we got 2 choices. We can attack or evade, but Ashcan's going to attack. And so when we look at what type of weapon you'll be attacked with, a heavy weapon, a bladed weapon, a firearm, a spell, or unarmed. Unfortunately, we're picking unarmed. Okay, it says you leap at the creature and hammer it with your fists. Strength, need 2 successes. If you pass, your beatdown seems to affect the beast. The monster suffers 3 damage. If you fail, your strikes rebound uselessly, serving only to further anger it. Okay, well let's go roll our dice. And as you saw, so his strength is currently 4. So he's got 4 dice right now, but here's the good part. He gets 2 more dice, and I only have 5 dice with the game, so we're going to have to roll 1 more. So right now he's got his 5 dice. He gets 6 total because of his brass knuckles. Let's see what he gets. Okay, there's 2 successes. That's good because we need at least 1 more. We need 2. We passed. But let's roll and see what we get. I don't think it's going to matter. So we get 1 more die. It turned into a success, so we did get 3 total successes. I don't know if you can see them. Sorry, out of camera. 3 successes against the hunting horror. Let's go back and see what we did to him. Now we do know that we're going to do 3 points of damage. Just calculating this, he's got 5, which you can see in the upper corner of his figure as well on the board. But we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to hit continue. Okay, now we're going to back out of the drawer. Now he does have a second action. And I think what we're going to do, so I want to make sure we have the app in full form. I think, does he do it again? I think we're going to do that again. What do you think? I think he's going to try and finish off this hunting horror before the hunting horror gets a chance to attack anybody. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, so for his second action, now again, you can take the same action twice. Doesn't matter as long as you only take 2 actions. I'm going to double check that just to be sure, but I'm 99% sure that's correct. Well, it doesn't say he can't. It says you can take 2 actions of your choice. You can mix match, take the same one. So we are going to do it again. So here's the hunting horror. We're going to attack him. Ashcan's going to use his second action to attack again. Again, we are attacking unarmed. The creature shrugs off your initial attacks, and you look for any vital areas that might allow you to hurt it. Oh, we need to. This is interesting. We need to do a observation check with the 2 successes. If you pass, you seem to find 1 as your next strike causes the creature to shrink away from you. The monster suffers 2 damage, and if you fail, your subsequent strikes are ineffective as the first. Okay, but let's look at this. It says roll 2 additional dice when attacking unarmed. So I guess even though we're making an observation roll, we should still get those 2 dice. That would make sense because it is part of his attack. And so let's do that. Once again, Ashcan Pete's pretty good fighter in this regard. He's got 4 dice, so here's his 4. And then we're going to have another 2 dice. So we got 5 here. We're going to have to reroll 1. Let's hope he needs 2 successes. Well, he got them, so we don't have to worry about rolling that extra dice. It doesn't matter if he rolls more successes on this case. He doesn't have any clues, so he couldn't convert those if he wanted to. But it says if we do that, we're going to do 2 more points of damage to the hunting horror. I don't think well, that's just going to kill him. So we're in good shape. Okay, so what we do is we go 4, 5, and it's going to tell us, are you sure you want to discard the hunting horror? We're going to confirm that. And the creature lurches to the ground dead. Hearing the monster's final fate, the old man in the kitchen curiously steps out. Move Eugene as indicated. So we're going to move Eugene further up into the kitchen, and then we're going to hit continue. And then we're going to go on to Jenny Barnes' turn. So once again, Eugene is moved up to here, and I'm going to clear the dice and stuff off the table and move Ashcan back over to the area where I have the player cards. Now we're going to go here. Now it is Jenny's turn, because that was both of... Now this guy is also gone from the table. Yay. A monster down. Good on Pete. But Jenny is going to, for her first action, move. Now, we got a couple choices. Now, she could... I think she's going to interact with the butler and then pick up the knife the next turn. Well, I don't know if the knife... You know what? She's going to do a trade action this turn and pick up the knife. So that's going to go into her inventory. Now she has an edged weapon, which means we're probably going to want to do a trade, because I want to get the kerosene out of her hands. Remember, this is again for an unarmed attack. You may discard this card to convert while attacking unarmed. So again, it's kind of like being focused. She is also focused. So we got to get some of that stuff over to Ashcan, because he is clearly an effective fighter when taking on unarmed monsters unarmed. But let's go to, that's the end of their turn, so we're going to end up going to the Mythos phase. Let's go back to the application. Okay, so here we go. We're going to hit that. Both of our folks have taken their 2 actions, and we're going to confirm. And we're going to the Mythos phase. Doom, 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 doom. This could be bad, right? It says, Jenny Barnes runs frantically from some unseen evil. I guess the butler startled her when he came up into the rest of the kitchen. She needs to do an agility check. If she passes, she stumbles but catches herself before falling. If she fails, she slams headfirst into the wall, and Jenny Barnes suffers 1 face-down damage and becomes stunned. Well, let's go roll for Jenny. She's not having a lot of luck. She's like almost insane from the last turn with her first encounter with the horror. Now the butler startles her into thinking there's some monster there, and she goes running around the kitchen like a crazy person. Good news is Jenny's got lots of clues. But she's going to be making an agility test, which is 4 for her, so that's good. So she's going to get 4 dice to make her agility test with, and she's got 4 clues, and she's focused. So there's a good chance she only needs to get 2 successes. Good chance she's going to make this. Well, she almost didn't, but here's her roll. Now, she doesn't have any rerolls or anything, but she can convert this one by spending one of her clue tokens. So we're going to do that, and that will convert that to a success. So she stumbles around, but nothing bad happens to her. That's good, because that's what we needed. She's already a mess. She got 4 out of her 6 sanity, already depleted 4 sanity wounds and 1 physical wound so far. I gotta remember, if you have no clues, but she's always had a clue, and Ashcan Pete, just his only ability starts with Duke, so it's not too good with the special abilities, but it's okay. So one of the things I do like about this is, even though I've watched other playthroughs, this game is playing out a bit differently, not entirely differently than the other ones I've seen. So that's cool. But let's continue on with the rest of the Mythos phase, and that's it. So we're back to our investigators phase. Well, I think we'll start with Jenny. For Jenny's first action, she's gonna talk to the butler. I can't remember his name. It's on the back of his little token here. What's his name? Eugene Clemens. So she's gonna have a chat with Eugene. Like everything else in the game, when we want to have a chat with somebody or do anything, we go to the app and we tap on the icon. So we're gonna tap Eugene here. It says the old man brushes himself off and tries to calm his shaken composure. You came just in time. Thank you so much for saving me. The name is Eugene. We spoke earlier today. I have heard noises from the rooftop, but the door is locked. I think something bad is going to happen. So we have a couple of choices. We could ask, are you okay? Where's Mr. Vanderbilt? Or we're going to ignore him. I think We're going to ask him if he's okay, because Jenny likes, even though she's a dilettante, she does like people. Let's see. Are you okay? The butler puts on a weak smile, and the two of you chat for a minute. By the end of the conversation, he seems much calmer. Please take this with you. It has always brought me luck. Gain the lucky rabbit's foot common item. Then each investigator in the dining room and kitchen discards one horror hit. Well, okay, so that's good because the only one that has any horror is Jenny. She's the only one in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to first, I'll just do this while we're here. We're going to randomize one of these and get rid of it. Boom. We'll take that one. That one's going to get discarded. She now only has 3 horror hits. That's good. And we're going to go look for the lucky rabbit's foot. Let me see. Lucky rabbit's foot in the common items. Let me see here. Maybe these are not the common items. Silver key. They got a bunch of items here to look through. Let's keep going. Oh, it's probably in here. Imagine. Let's see. Lucky rabbit's foot. There it is. No, lucky cigarette. Lucky rabbit's foot. Okay, here's the lucky rabbit's foot that she gets. It says equipment. Once per round, you may re-roll 1 die. Well, that is fantastic. We definitely need a re-roll because we're not rolling the clue tokens, clue options as much, and Ashcan doesn't have any right now. Okay, so we're going to continue on. And that was her first action. So for her second action, what will she do? Let me think. Well, she's going to move, actually. She's going to move to here. Now this is a brown border, means it's impassable to wall, but this space here is not. So she's going to move to here, and here's a door that doesn't require any opening or any special requirements to open, so she's going to move to there, to the kitchen. And there are 2 things there. She can't do anything with them this turn, but that's going to be helpful later on. So let's continue on now. We're going to go to Ashcan. He is over here. You can see Mr. Pete with his guitar and his dog in the foyer. Now we have a couple of clue tokens or discovery tokens or whatever you call them to investigate, so let's do that. I think the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take Ashcan and move him to here, and he's going to investigate that for his next action. So I'm really digging this game. I hope they come out with more. I really like the concepts behind this. I also have the app for Descent 2nd Edition. I want to get that one done too. I know my buddy Cat Weasel's doing that right now, so and I hope you're enjoying that. I'm a little behind on his videos. I had to catch up because when I was away, he got way ahead of me. But if you want to see some great playthrough videos, go to his channel. They're fantastic. Okay, let's pick this one up. Boom, and see what we get. A disheveled pile of papers sits on the table. Well, yeah, we're going to pick them up and see what we got going on there. The papers stacked on the table are invitations marked with today's date. The stars have come round to their position in the cycle of eternity. The Vanderbilt Astronomy Association cordially invites you to a celebratory evening. Gain 1 clue and then discard the search token. Here's his clue token. That's good because he didn't have any, and then we're going to discard the search token. Fortunately, that's all that happens. That's his entire turn. He still has a movement point left, so I think with his last movement point, he's going to move to here. Remember, you can interrupt your movement and maybe head to one of these doors or go work with Jenny. I think Jenny's going to come back his way anyway, so I don't see any point in doing that. Probably the best bet is going to be to hit this door here because then they can come together there. But she's got a couple things to investigate first. Jenny, that is. And she's over here in the kitchen, see, right in here. So she's going to want to investigate there. But let's go back to the app because we're going to have to go to the Mythos phase now. Okay, well, these turns are going faster now that we're in the mix of it, right? So we have our mansions, buildings put out here. Let's go onward. And the investigation phase, yes, we're going to do that. Now we're going on to the Mythos phase. Let's see what terrible things await us. The lights flicker, then die. Place a darkness in each space in the foyer. The Mythos event affects investigators in the foyer. Well, that is Ashcan Pete again. So it says in each space in the foyer. So the whole foyer just went dark. Guess we should have got the darn candles, huh? Well, so this whole area is dark. Now and that's what these tokens are. See, it's a spent lantern. That means all this area is dark right now. Let's go back to the app and see what happens to Ashcan in the darkened foyer. Okay, Pete, I'm sure this means trouble. The sudden darkness is overwhelming and you find yourself completely blind. You need to make a will check with 1 to pass. If you pass, you force yourself to press on using your memory of the room to navigate. If you fail, you stand rooted in the spot while you wait for your eyes to adjust, become restrained. Okay, well, that will be restrained until his next turn, so let's hope we get this. And Ashcan doesn't really have anything that's special that's going to help him with that, so he's just going to have to roll. His observation is a 4. I mean, he's just really good with stats. So he's got 4 dice, and he has to roll 1 success. Let's hope he gets it. He got 2 successes. and 2 clues. So he would have passed this no matter what. So his eyes adjusted. He's not going to be restrained. He can move through the darkened room. That is a good thing. So Ashcan Pete, used to living outdoors and roaming the world, his eyes adjusted quickly and he's fine. So we're going to continue on. And that's the end of the Mythos phase because there's not much going on yet. Now we're back to Jenny Barnes and Ashcan Pete. So there's a, just going over it, there's still a clue token up there at that door. That is that nightstand up there. And I don't know if he's going to want to move up there or move to the other door and investigate further into the mansion. Let me think. Let's go back to the table and see. Okay, Pete, we got choices. And he can move up here. Now the darkness, let me look up to make sure the darkness doesn't impede him in any way. I don't believe it does. It says he can move around with the memory of the room. But it says darkness. Darkness hinders an investigator's ability to resolve skill tests and puzzles. An investigator in a space containing darkness cannot spend clues to convert dice. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't have to. That would have been bad. Each investigator in adjacent space containing a light source or fire ignores the darkness effect. Well, we don't have a light source. Well, we have the kerosene lantern. It does count as a light source, so Jenny's got to get back in there soon because Jenny has that item. But you know what? At the start of your turn, you may perform a trade action if you are in any space within range. Well, range is 3, so let's take a look at that. Jenny is currently 1, 2, 3, 4 away from Pete. So for this is the start of our turn. Bummer. So you know what? We're not going to go. We're going to go here. We're going to go 1, 2 for his first action. For his second action, he's going to explore that door right there and see if we can get ourselves into some additional trouble. Got to keep exploring. There's something terrible going on here, and the longer we wait, the worse it's going to be. Ideally, he wants to get out of the darkness, so he's going to open this door. This is going to be a second action. See what he gets. It says the door leads deeper into the mansion. I'm going to hit explore. Wow, so we got an interesting hallway going on there. The door opens into a dim hallway that winds through the heart of the mansion. Place hallway 2. That's from that key, I believe, is from the base set. And hall corner tiles and a door as indicated, and discard all explore tokens. Okay, so let's take a look at that because I want to see what door they're talking about. There's, okay, wait, slow down. I got to put some clue tokens up. Let's go back. Okay, here's where we're at so far. Then it says someone is acting in a hurry. Someone acting in a hurry has locked a door over a stack, or has knocked over a stack of papers. Place the search token as indicated, and that is going to go way up here as well. Get a search token up here in this hallway. So we got 2 search tokens so far. Make sure to not tap the app before you're ready. And then it says 4 doors lead to other rooms in the mansion. Place explore tokens as indicated. So we got 1, 2. We're going to have, hold on. You could use the surrounding furniture as a barricade to barricade the doors. We'll get to that next. So let's get the doors up. Okay, here's how it looks now. We got our 4 doors here. We got a barricade that's gone up right here and the 2 clue tokens that are in the hallway. And that's what the app is discussing here, is we can use the barricade to block the door. That's right there. Let's continue. We're not worried about that. You may move 1 space into the explored area. Continue. We're definitely going to do that. Okay, so Ashcan Pete's going to use that point to move into here. He is now out of the darkened room. He's in there, so he doesn't have to worry about skill checks anymore unless he goes back. He definitely should have got the candles. I mean, Jenny Barnes is going to trade off the lantern to him at some point because he needs it anyway. But that's the end of his turn, so let's go on to Jenny Barnes. She is in the kitchen. I think we're going to check out these 2 areas to investigate. So here's Jenny. I think first we'll investigate the refrigerator and then we'll investigate the locked cupboard. But let's start with the refrigerator because it's already open. I think it'll be easier to check out. Okay, so we're going to tap on this. This is Jenny's first action. She's not moving. It says the refrigerator has been left cracked open, leaking a pool of water onto the floor. We're going to search. You pull open the heavy refrigerator door. Your eyes lock with that of an ancient being. Visions flash through your memory, and you hear its alien words in your mind, revealing to you unknowable truths and unspeakable secrets. Suffer 1 face-down horror and gain the Instill Bravery spell, then discard the search token. Okay, so basically, she's going to get a face-down horror. We're going to take 1 at random and put it back into her stack. She's back up to 4, but we are going to get a spell. Let's check it out. Instill Bravery. I got them here. So we're going to take the Instill Bravery cards. We're going to just shuffle them up. Boom. And draw 1 of them. This is going to go with Jenny. And what does Instill Bravery do? It says, as an action, you or another investigator within range discard 1 horror, then flip this card. Well, We know that she's going to be wanting to do that. That may even be her next action. I'm not sure. But first off, we have to discard this token. Now I have to decide, does she investigate here first, or does she try and get rid of the horror with the spell? So we know it's going to work. She's going to get rid of it, but when she flips this, is it going to cause her to get another? You know what, though? Let's do that. Her second action, and I really wanted her to continue to investigate this stuff in here, but I think with only 2 horror hits available to her, she's got to do this. And Ashcan Pete can stay up in that hall and investigate a little bit before he opens another door. So, okay, action. You are another investigator. She's going to do it for herself. So that means that we're simply going to discard. I'm going to take one at random. Here's her face down horror hits. It doesn't say it has to be face down, does it? Discard 1 horror. So all of hers are face down though. So we're going to get rid of that one. That one's been discarded. Don't know what it is. And then we have to flip this card, which is probably going to result in a test. She's not in the darkened room, so she won't have any hindrances, and she has a lantern. So in Still Bravery, you feel as if your mind is twisting and stretching. You need to make a Lore 2 test. If you pass, you gain perspective. Flip 1 horror face down. Well, she didn't have one face up, so let's see. Okay, well, we're going to do that. Let's see. What is her lore? Look at Jenny Barnes' card. Let's see here. Wow, I'm going to run out of space. I'm going to have to move some space around here. Here's Jenny Barnes' card. She really doesn't have anything that can help her other than her 2 clues. But, and she's focused. And she has Lucky Rabbit's Foot for 1 reroll. So we're probably in pretty good shape. Her lore is a 3. So she really needs a good roll here. She needs to get 2 successes. Oh, bummer. She cannot pass this. There's no way for her to... She gets a reroll. So maybe she can. Let's see. No. So that was her Lucky Rabbit's Foot. She rerolled once this turn. Is there anything else she can do? No. So what... Well, that... If you fail, you stagger blindly and suffer 1 face-down damage. Well, she got rid of a horror, only to be replaced by a face-down damage. I don't know what that is, but heck, now it says, then discard this card and get another one. So of the same type, so we're going to discard this. Let's get those back out again. Here's Instill Bravery. I'm just going to take the first one off the top. And we'll discard the other. Okay, we are good there. Unfortunately, that did not do a great thing by her, because now, well, she's got more damage. You see, she's got 8 points of damage, so she's not in the worst shape here. This is not... Now it's better, actually, to get rid of the horror, I think. We'll see. She's probably going to have to use that again. But that, again, ends the investigator phase, so we're going to go back to the Mythos phase and see what happens. I know we have to keep moving, because this is going to get tougher for us if we don't keep advancing forward. Now, I don't know how tough, I don't know what it's going to do to us, but it will get worse. But let's go to our Mythos phase. Okay, that is both of our characters' Act 2 actions, so here we go. Alright, an invisible presence passes close by. Ashcan Pete. Hurling it, okay, an invisible presence passes close by Ashcan Pete, hurling him painfully to the ground. Ashcan Pete suffers 2 face-down damage. He doesn't get the save against that. Well, that kind of bites, so some ghostly thing comes by. Here's the deck. And we're going to take 2 of these, and we're going to give them to Ashcan there, face down. That is no bueno. He's got 7, so he's got 5 health right now, and there's apparently nothing we can do about that. So we're going to continue on, and that should... Oh. A robed figure appears from the secret door and begins searching around. From a secret door. There's a secret door over there. Huh. Upon seeing signs of other people, the figure yells, "There's someone here!" You hear muffled responses from other parts of the estate. "Get rid of them!" Spawn a cultist, as indicated. Okay, so here's the cultist. He spawned in the garden. But it says he came from a secret door, so I think there's more to it than that. Okay, so now we have to activate the cultist. It said the cultist moves 2 spaces to the nearest investigator and attacks if it's in range. So so we're going to move 2 spaces. We're going to take him, and he's going to go 1, 2 into the foyer, but there's no investigators in the space. So we're going to see what he does next. Okay, each investigator must resolve a horror check against monsters within range with the highest horror rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to continue. Okay, so there's no one within 3 of... well, let's just check that. Okay, range is not counted through walls or doors, so both of our people are safe from having to make a horror check against this cultist. So that's a good thing. though we do know that he's going to be coming to attack. Not a big crisis. We're in good shape there. I think we'll be able to kill the cultist without much issue and move on, but he's in the darkened room, so that is going to hamper skill checks. We need him to come somewhere else with us. So let's continue on. Hopefully the cultist does not bring friends, but we're going to move to our... Now that's going to end because he can't attack and he can't do anything, so we're going to end it. We're going to end the Mythos phase. And so now it's back to our Investigators phase. And I think with the cultist bearing down on us, this is a good place for us to stop. So what we're going to do now is we're going to save our game. We're going to hit the book here. We're going to save and quit. Confirm. And here we are, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying this. I know I am. I really like this game. It'd be interesting if there were more than 2 characters, but based on the way the rules are, this is the right way to play it, because I think when someone goes insane, having more than 2 characters under one player's control can cause some issues in the game. So, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Again, there's lots of playthroughs going on about this. If you just search Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition on YouTube, you'll see them. You can. One of the things I think that's neat is you can go see how while the core of the story is still there, there's a lot of subtlety and changes in here that make it replayable, even though you might be playing the same scenario. So, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Let me know what you want next on my table, or if you just want to talk about this game or whatever. I'm all for it. And I appreciate all the feedback I get. It is remarkable, and it's just amazing to have such a great fan base supporting me. Appreciate it immensely. Talk to you soon.